Hey everyone, this is Will, host of the Law Schoolers, and you may be wondering who I am and what Law Schoolers is all about. Before I get into those two things, I just want to say that if you're listening to this, you probably are a law schooler. And a law schooler is anybody who's preparing for law, anybody who's interested in law, anybody who is currently in law school, and even those who are out of law school. So really, it's anybody who has the interest in attending law school. So with that said, I'm going to introduce myself, but I'm going to introduce myself in a way where it's as if we're sitting in a circle and we're all introducing ourselves to one another. And typically in these introduction circles, you discuss what your undergraduate major was, where your undergraduate major was, where you're planning on attending law school, and what you plan on doing after law school, and just so people can get a feel for who you are. So my name is Will. I had an undergraduate degree in political science, although I didn't want to become a politician, so that's why I'm planning on attending law school. I graduated from BYU, and I'm attending Drake Law School in the fall of 2022 through 2025. So what is Law Schoolers, and what is the purpose of Law Schoolers? Well, Law Schoolers is a podcast website that contains information to help with two things. First, it's going to focus on pre-law and how to help students work towards attending law school. And then it's going to share notes that were taken during law school so that people can understand what law school is all about. So pre-law is going to have 33 edited episodes that are going to be focused on helping students who are in their undergraduate, who are preparing or taking the LSAT, and who are working on the admissions process. So those three things right there are what pre-law is going to be about. And those edited episodes are designed to be short, clean, simple, so that it doesn't take a whole lot of time for you to gather that important information. The second part of Law Schoolers is going to be focusing on notes that are taken during classes, and specifically these are going to be study sessions that I have in between classes as I review my notes and try and prepare the best way for me to learn the course material. Well, there are several ways to learn. There's written down, there's audio, there's visual, and there's hands-on interactive. And a lot of people say that there's only one way that works for them, but the best way to study is going to be by taking most of those components of some sort and compiling them all together and reviewing the material through these several forms of media. So Law Schoolers is going to have online notes that are written down, something that I could review and study, and then it's going to have this audio podcast that is designed to be raw, unedited, just straight up, here are my notes. Here's what I learned from the readings, here's what I learned from the professor, and here's my review of those things that I have learned. And I'm going to be honest, part of the reason why those notes are going to be raw is because I won't really have the time to edit them because I will be in law school and editing is going to be short on the table. But I think having it raw will also be very beneficial in understanding the learning process. And the reason why I'm doing this is because as I was preparing for law school, I couldn't find anything that covered the material of law school. I could find stuff that talked about the law school life, how taxing it was with the hours and the workload, and how you had to be ready, and here's some of the things that I did to prepare, and here's what I did to relieve stress over the weekend. But I couldn't find anything that actually covered law school material from law schools. And so what I plan on doing with this is putting out a good way for me to study and to review my material, but also give other law schoolers the opportunity to learn and to grow and to prepare for law school who may be interested or considering law school. That way they have law school notes and material without actually needing to attend law school. Something that can help them decide if law school is right for them. Or it could also be something for those who are in law school as an additional resource to study and to prepare. For me, the reason why I'm doing this podcast is so that I have something else that I can review, something else to help me personally become better at law and knowing my material. That way I can hopefully perform better on the finals. So that's what Law Schoolers is. That's what it's all about. That's who I am. That's who you are. That's why you're listening, and what we can do together to unlock our law schoolers' potential. So thank you for joining the Law Schoolers.